amazing ghouls and humans, and today let's unbox some packages from my local second-hand market and discuss one very big mystery of Monster High. And I am talking about these mysterious first leaks of COUTURE, Cleo and Laguna accessories. Now most of the people believe that it was just customs, but for me it doesn't close the question itself where and from whom they came and where did they disappear. So by the chronology, not so long ago after the release of Claudine, Frankie and Draculaura, when we already knew that Cleo and Laguna are coming, very suddenly some gorgeous accessories popped up. I guess they were first uploaded by this user, and they said that they received these pictures from their friend via a Facebook messenger, so like in private chat. After they went on Reddit, and for some time everyone believed that they were real, and people kind of noticed that Laguna's accessories, at least, are very much resembling of Laguna's accessories from talented artist whose account you will see here. I'm very sorry, I am not going to pronounce any nicknames because I don't want to confuse something and offend someone. And people were kind of questioning whether Mattel again doing this thing of kind of taking someone's art. If Mattel took something from someone without asking, and I mean, when people started asking the artist said that they had nothing to do with Mattel and they don't know what is it. And interestingly, there were no kind of real leaks of accessories from Cleo and Laguna, which we afterwards saw on dolls, even though with Draculaura, Frankie and Claudine there were a lot of them. I mean, maybe when Mattel failed so much with Claudine, Frankie and Draculaura, they decided to improve their security system. It can be, but it is still very strange. Afterwards, the conversation kind of died down and we didn't really hear something for quite a long time, and after Comic-Con and Cleo and Laguna were introduced. And what was the surprise when we realized that the accessories were nothing to do with the leaks. And to some people that was kind of like, okay, yes, there was just customs. But for me, it caused even more questions. And the first question is, alright, these pictures came from somewhere, and where did they disappear? First of all, what we see, for example, on Laguna's pictures, we see such an incredible work, probably with 3D printer and with epoxy or like something, because accessories, they look absolutely legit. Kind of just look at this and you will realize that to produce something like this you need special equipment and special materials. This cost money and this requires skills. Of course, I'm not arguing that there are a lot of custom masters who have these skills and they can do something like this. But we're going to the next question. And the next question is, where did they disappear? Imagine you're a custom master, you have equipment, you have instruments, you have materials, and you produce accessories, new handmade accessories for Monster High dolls that look not like custom but like Mattel made. Wouldn't you want to kind of promote your work and monetize your work? Because, for example, as for me, I would gladly buy this, because look at this. I'm sorry, but it looks much more Monster High than a lot of new Monster High accessories. And the second question is why no one seems to know where this all disappeared. And okay, if it would be, for example, Mattel leaks, like it was with Frankie, Draculaura and Claudine, Mattel would shut down such sellers, and such employees, they usually sell things either privately or anonymously, so they would not get fired or something. But if you are, for example, a custom master, like, what are you scared of? Why are you disappearing? Why you are literally throwing a few pictures and go into darkness? And another question is being, if it was leaked, for example, on Taobao, and even if the original listing was deleted, why there is nothing known about the seller itself? But I assume that it wasn't from Taobao, and this we can see by looking at this picture. It more seems like the screenshot from video call, and we can see a very small profile picture with a cat. Someone was on a phone call with the creator or a person who, for example, stole it from Mattel, who knows, and just screenshotted it and after uploaded. Another thing is that we can see numbers here and some abbreviatures like letters, and I assume that it is like this. So I assume that on the first picture it goes for Monster High, IDF goes for identified maybe, and I'm not sure about the K. The second I assume is China 2022 and Hound Couture. A short break on our wonderful ghouls. It is finally Perry and Pearl. Oh my god, I really wanted them for so long, but for some reason they get so expensive recently. I managed to catch them by a super reasonable price and I'm super happy. Like their hair, they are in perfect condition from what I see. I hope they are not missing something, because searching for accessories, it's just a hell. And to the second one. Now, kind of, you may take it just like my personal opinion, but for me, for some reason, Laguna and Cleo, they, especially Cleo, they look much less well thought and kind of detailed and in the spirit of first Monster High than Frankie, Draculaura and Claudine. Like with the first trio, you can see that it is just every piece was created with such an attention to everything. And with Cleo and Laguna, for example, Cleo, she has this weird blue color from nowhere, and kind of like, why is it here? I'm not sure. For me, it is kind of very lazy and strange design thing. And again, she has reused her phone from the basic doll. I mean, Claudine, Draculaura and Frankie had absolutely new molds, even like rings. What about Laguna? She just looks not in this line. 4 dolls, Cleo, Frankie, Draculaura and clothing, they kind of look like a street fashion ghouls. And Laguna, out of nowhere, looks in kind of like she's going to a party in a cocktail dress. My personal opinion that these dolls look like they were created in much less time than the first three. That designers and kind of people who worked on them had much less time on them or much less money. And if we go a little bit into crazy theories, what if in fact these accessories were initially for Haute Couture, Cleo and Laguna, but when they were leaked and people discovered that the designs belongs to at least one another artist, we don't know anything about Cleo, Mattel very quickly scrapped the idea, quickly changed the design, and for example Laguna's design they changed completely, and for example Cleo's design they changed partially. I don't know, just said to the person who leaked it to shut up, or what they usually do when some Indonesian or Chinese employers leak things. Because like, again, I would believe that it is custom because there are so many great artists, but why we never saw anything else from that artist before or after this incident? And where did they disappear and who they were? Did they have their shop or something? Because we can see multiple pieces, so it wasn't for one person. It looks either like stolen from a factory or made for order. And then why no one ordered it? Why no one has it? And I am unwrapping some accessories. And the timing was interesting because the Cleo and Laguna are being announced, and in a few days there are leaks. Of course, it can be so that someone decided to create a hype, create a drama, create some attention. I mean, there were times when, for example, people would fake the leaks, but usually it would get kind of recognized, and people would either confess that, or people would find the original source, original artist or Photoshop maker or something. But here we have nothing, and these weird numbers, which looks kind of like it goes also from a factory or from Mattel office or something. Of course you can fake everything, but still. I really love how seller wrapped them, like this wrapping paper and these ribbons. Free ribbons for my art. It's very cool. And let's see who's here. And I can already see that it is wonderful Elizabeth, and she thankfully is not supposed to have earrings, because oh my god, accessories. How many times sellers would say that doll is full set and after sell me not a full set by a full set price? I am already so tired of this, because searching for accessories nowadays, sometimes accessory will cost like a half of a doll. But it is the last Elizabeth that I should get, and now I have all of her dolls except of Frightfully Tall, but I am probably not going to buy Frightfully Tall ghouls just because I don't really see the point. They are basically bigger re-releases of the basics, and I just don't have any space for them. So yeah, but from new designs, this is the last one, which means that very soon we can make a cool ranking video and collection video, because Elizabeth is one of my favorite characters for I don't know what reason, but it somehow happened to be like this. But I have one more doll, and this is Frankie. She of course has all of her accessories. She has this thing, she has her headpiece here somewhere, yep, this thing. And yeah, finally I have this Frankie. She is very wonky, but not that I care very much. And from this line I still need to get Spectra, and the line will be complete. So, as the dolls are unboxed and I am done with my rambling, I would be very glad to hear your thoughts about this interesting mystery. Because for me, it's just a Roman Empire. I can't stop thinking of it. Like, if you have any info, if you have the original author of these pictures, whether it's a custom master or someone, if you know something, just let me know, because I don't know how to stop thinking of it. Like, I need to know where these pieces came from. But so far, goodbye and see you in the next videos.